Remember that trailer where the guy tries to take a leak while on a road trip, and then he comes back and his friend is mysteriously taken? That's Passenger, and it comes in at a shocking 44% on the tomato meter, 53 by the audience. Why is that? Well, because what you saw in the trailers is pretty much the entire movie. This ghost on the road haunts you and then kills you. And what you see in the trailer there is pretty much the opening sequence of the movie. Now, you know that I'm a big fan of opening scenes and establishing mood. And that opening scene does a really good job of that. But beyond that, Passenger tells the tale of a young couple witnessing a gruesome highway accident that we see there in that trailer. They soon realize they did not leave the crash scene alone. A demonic presence called the Passenger won't stop until it claims them both. Now, based on that, does that sound interesting to you? Here's the young couple here. Oh, no, that's not the couple there. But there's the main girl there who tries to figure out what's going on here as this passenger haunts them. And it's just basically these two are like living in a van. They've given up their city life to live in a van, and she's struggling. And it's got some creepy imagery for sure. But it suffers from the old horror cliche of, I'm in danger here, and I need to either get to my van where there could be more danger, or I could just go back inside where there's a bunch of people. I'm going to continue walking to the van. It's one of those things where bad decisions lead and make the drama. It's like, well, if I turned back, then this wouldn't be very interesting at all. And as I said, it's got some cool imagery in here. This is the guy who is also with her in the van, and they try to flee from this demon, this demonic presence that haunts them. And there's some interesting lore here that they're trying to infuse into the story, that the old hobos that would walk around would have these signs and stuff, like the scratches in the door and stuff. There's some good stuff in there, good paranormal kind of ideas that's kind of like, wow, yeah, I'm on board for that, but it just doesn't stick to the landing. It's just too many hair pulling scenes where it's just like, don't do that. Just go the other direction. But James, you're watching a horror movie. I know, and you're supposed to give in to the suspension of disbelief, but I don't buy it. And then there's like this scene of like, the tire blows out and we got to switch the tire, but now the bolts have gone underneath the vehicle. So I got to climb underneath the vehicle and get those bolts. And it's like, what do you think is going to happen? Well, exactly what you think is going to happen is going to happen. It's going to fall on you. And it's like, okay, but that's not scary. It's just not scary. And at the end of the day, I just found myself rolling my eyes. The bonus thing about this, the one good redeeming quality, I would say, is the runtime. It's an hour and 34 minutes, so it comes in about an hour and 28 minutes. But I was like 40 minutes into this, realizing we've covered a lot of material here, and I don't feel all that intrigued to continue watching it. Just kill the thing and let's move on, kind of thing. And they draw it out. They draw that out towards the third act, where it's just like, I'm just not buying him. Now, are the performances good here? Jacob Scipio, serviceable. Llobell as Maddie. She's okay. She's okay. Melissa Leo shows up in this. I don't know what the heck she's doing in this, but whatever. You know, everybody needs a paycheck every now and then. And I feel like that's what you're going to get with Passenger. You're going to help people get their paychecks, and that's pretty much all I got to say. Let's go back to the tomato meter and see what the critics and audiences are saying about Passenger. RogerEbert.com. It's a fairly solid bit of genre craftwork that is a lot more impressive than its delusatory release might suggest. Really? It's softball horror, no doubt about that. It's softball. But it's not as creepy as, say, Insidious or Sinister. LA Times didn't like it. It's the genre equivalent of an airbag that deploys already half deflated. Yeah, And as I said, if you're a horror fan, then you're going to see a lot of these tropes coming a mile away and be like, do we really have to do this? Just like when she's in the parking lot and you're like going to the van or going back inside. I'm going to continue going to the van. Why? Do you have a weapon in there? Why would you do that? You've already messaged for your boyfriend to come help, but you're going to go away from your boyfriend who's inside the building. Just go back inside the building where there's a bunch of people and wait for him to come out. No, let's separate and search this place. No, don't separate. There's too many. It's too much of that, right? It's just like, okay, it's a serviceable, lackluster horror. Audience reviews. James C. says, awesome, very intense. Really, James? Really? I'm highly dubious of your take. Maybe if you are new to the genre, that could be your take. But I'm suspecting Britannia L is well versed in horror because they only give it 0.5. This movie was awful. It had an awful plot line and was very cliche. Don't waste your money going. So you get the idea there, right? There's some contrast here that we can get to measure here. But let's go to some notable critics. Matt Donato. Horror fans will feel an unease with a film that offers a robust soundtrack and road anthems equal to the number of leap in your seat adrenaline boosts. Leap in your seat. Well, it does have jump scares just because people show up behind you and stuff like that every now and then, but it's not enough for me. William Bibiani says the movie is like a car ride through Cocker City, Kansas. That doesn't stop at the world's largest ball of twine. Yeah, because you got some good ideas in here about a road demon latching onto people, but it just plays out very generically, where it's just like, oh, okay. 3 out of 5 is really high for this movie. Compared to some other horrors that we've had as of late, like Obsession or Hokum, this isn't even a fun horror like Chucky or the Hitcher. It's not like that. This is just kind of like, well, there it is. It's Passenger. Right? All right, you guys get the idea here. So let's pull up my score sheet and wrap this up. Acting, directing, and story out of a possible 2 points each. Cinematography and score are 1 point. Right down the middle of the road here. It's serviceable acting. Nothing in here makes me go, you got to check this out. Directing is, I guess, serviceable because that opening scene, like if it was a short movie, that would have been this would have worked better as a short. Really, as a 15-minute short, maybe extend out the little bit of character interactions in that opening scene, and that's pretty much all Passenger needed to be, because the story is very flat. It's just straightforward. Everything happens the way that you think it would happen. Do they defeat the demon at the end? Well, if it's cliche, you would guess right. Cinematography and score, right down the middle. Watchability, if you like the premise and if you like the trailers, then it's worth checking out. And when it comes out on Tubi later, probably it's going to be on it. It's like a Tubi horror. There you go, Tubi. I see it in your future there, Passenger. 5 out of 10 for Passenger. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domain. All right.